So we're going to continue on in solving rational equations. So previously we were doing ones that just were two fractions set equal to each other, and now we're going to start adding in kind of another term here. And so the idea here now is that we would want to be looking for a least common denominator to multiply by so we can cancel out every factor at one time. So if we take a look, the only factors so this is a 1, this has a 1 underneath it. So our factors here that we see are x minus 9 and 1. So we're going to multiply both sides of this equation times that x minus 9. So I'm just going to distribute this x minus 9 into all of this. So I'm going to write down x and my x minus 9 for this first term, and then I'm going to multiply this in. So then we've got x minus 9 multiplied in there. Then we had the minus 4, and now we're going to multiply that x minus 9 in there. And then we're going to multiply it to this final side over here. So multiply the x minus 9 in here. So then you can kind of see the original equation and that we multiplied everything by x minus 9. So now what's going to happen here is we're going to have a factor of x minus 9. So we multiplied by x minus 9 and divided by x minus 9. So that's going to be 1. And 1 times x is just x. Here nothing canceled. So we're going to have the minus 4 times x minus 9. And then over in this one, we had negative 3 times x minus 9 divided by x minus 9. So that will cancel down to 1. And 1 times negative 3 is just negative 3. So then we can distribute the negative 4. And be careful that you actually distribute this whole negative 4 in. Okay, so you're going to multiply negative 4 into x and negative 4 into negative 9. So we get negative 4x. And then negative 4 times negative 9 is positive 36. So then we can combine our like terms right here and get negative 3x. You've got 1x minus 4x is negative 3x plus 36 equals negative 3. Subtract 36 from both sides so that you end up with negative 3x equals negative 39. Divide by negative 3. And you'll get x equals 13. So now remember, we always need to take this solution and see if it makes the denominator 0 when we plug it in. And 13 minus 9 is 4, so we're fine. This is our solution. So always check for those extraneous solutions. So let's take a look at another example. So again, take a look at the denominator. And in this case, we only see x plus 8. So we're going to multiply both sides by x plus 8. So we're going to have x times x plus 8. Okay, and then we have minus 7 over x plus 8. We're going to multiply the x plus 8 into there. And then we've got 2 over x plus 8. And we're going to multiply the x plus 8 here as well. So make sure you distribute it to every single piece. Then we'll start simplifying. And so we see that x plus 8 over x plus 8 would be 1 in this one, and x plus 8 over x plus 8 would be 1 here. So we're going to have x times x plus 8, negative 7, and then equals 2. So then we can simplify by distributing the x. So we get x squared plus 8x minus 7 equals 2. Bring the 2 over since we have a quadratic, so we need to get everything to one side so that we can factor and solve. So we get x squared plus 8x minus 9 equals 0. So factors of negative 9 that add to positive 8. So we're going to have one positive factor and one negative factor to multiply to a negative. So 9 and 1. So we need it to be positive 9 and negative 1 so that it adds to 8. And then you can split these and solve. So subtract 9 from both sides and then add 1 to both sides. And then remember to check each of these into the denominator. So does -9 make this 0? And the answer is no. Does 1 make this 0? And the answer is no. So your solutions are -9 and 1. One more example. So we see x plus 1 on the bottom here. So we're going to multiply every piece of this times x plus 1. Okay, so I'll just multiply the x plus 1 into each of these terms. So we're going to have x times x plus 1. The x plus 1s will cancel to 1 here, so we'll just have the -3. And then the x plus 1s will cancel here, so we'll have 3x. Distribute. So we get x squared plus 1x minus 3 equals 3x. Again, we've got a quadratic, so we need to get everything to one side. So we'll have x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. So then we need to factor. And we need the factors of -3. So one's going to be positive and one's going to be negative. That will add to -2. Okay, so 3 and 1, and we need the 3 to be negative and the 1 to be positive. So that will get -3x and positive 1x for that -2. Then split these and solve them. So subtract 1 and you get -1. Add 3 and you get 3. So then when we go ahead and take a look at the original problem here, checking to see if these make the denominator 0. So when we plug -1 in here, that creates division by 0. So this is not a solution. This is considered extraneous. So cross it off. The 3 will be fine because 3 plus 1 is 4. So your answer to this one is just x equals 3.